What's up, good people? Welcome back to my channel. This Isaac Insights. Today I'm shooting this video this evening because I'm posting it just in a few. And guys, today I'm happy. The day has been long, but we thank God it has been successful. We are done with it. We are now looking for a new day, and I felt like I need also to give this information. People have been asking me, hey Isaac, why can't you give us at least a clear breakdown of a two-bedroom house? And today I want to give you this breakdown. It's from foundation to plaster. The price I'm going to give you kind of exclude tiles and paint when it comes to painting. So guys, follow this video. If you can take a pen and a pencil. Disclaimer, this is just approximation. It is not the exact quotation, but it's approximation. You have this breakdown, then you can build a house like this one, the one above, as you can see. What do you want for your two-bedroom house? From foundation to plaster. I'll go with this breakdown. I will break it from foundation to lintel, then roofing, then that finishing part, the plaster part. So guys, let's start with foundation to wall plate. From foundation to wall plate, you will need at least, or you will need around 80 bags of cement. For cement, it's going for 950 as we speak. So the total will be around, for your cement, you will need 76,000. That is as per now, as it stands. Yes, let me use that word, as it stands. It will be a total of 76,000. Those are 80 bags. Then you will need sand, two tippers around here. So my budget, I just placed it at 36,000 for those who comes from this area. However, I understand other areas sand is always cheaper. That will be your advantage. You can save that also. Then number 3 will need around 7,500 bricks. For two bedroom, you'll need 7,500 bricks. And the house we are talking about, it has the sitting room, dining, common toilet, master and suite, and then veranda. It will also have a veranda. Number 4, you will need DPM, 2 rolls, which will cost you around 7,000 as it stands. Then you will need Maram, 12,000. Maram 12,000. Those are 2 tippers. Maram is usually used in foundation. For your foundation, you need Maram. And then you will also need hardcore. But if you have hardcore, then for Maram, you will need just 1 tipper, which is 6,500. And then you will need hardcore. Hardcore, you need like 2 lorries. It depends with the price, but it's approximately, let's say 10,000. Those are 2 lorries for hardcore. Then you will need ballast, 2 tippers, which will cost you around 40,000. Going with, let's say a tipper is going for 18,000. But please, you can check with your area how much they are selling the ballast. But if we go with Kakamega price, I think it's approximately, let's say 2020. That will be 40,000. Next, you will need hoop iron, what we call wall pass. Please don't buy the fencing wire. Use wall pass, which will need two rolls, and as it stands, it's around 8,000 or 9,000, around there. Then we'll need anti-termites. Anti-termites is always used is always sprayed in foundation to ensure that termites do not attack your doors, internal doors, and even furnitures. Number 9 will need round poles. Those round poles are always used when building as ladders. Maybe I've seen the masons preparing their ladders to ensure that they reach higher heights. So you will need 15 pieces of them, which will cost you around 2,500. depending with where you come from and depending with how they sell them to a place. Then you will need 28 pieces of D10, which will cost around 30,800. Then we'll need D8 20 feet, going for 15,000. Then binding wire, you will need two rolls, which are around 6,000. I'm just approximating that one, please. Then ordinary nails, we need 3,000. Ordinary nails are always used on lintel. Ordinary nails are used on lintel. When they are making those lintel, you will also need this 8x1 timber, which is 350 feet, and that's around 9k, if I'm not wrong, 9,500. Then 6x1, you will need 150 feet, which will be around 3,000. Please, the price I'm giving is an estimation, and I know some of these prices, so I'm quite sure with them. But you know, everything I give, you need to give it plus or minus. So with the labor, that foundation, if your fund is human enough, will charge you around 100,000. So just put it 100,000, and up to that point, that's wall plate. It will cost you around 450,000. Let's say 450,000, 500,000. Please use that approximation to be sure, but it can't go beyond 500,000 for this house, from foundation to lintel. To wall plate, you know, wall plate are those three stones that are always built after your lintel, preparing for roofing. So next, we are going to your roofing. Your roofing, as I always tell you, roofing is also somewhat expensive. Roofing is expensive. Don't look at it and think that maybe it's cheap. It's not cheap. Take that. Then for roofing, you will need 4x2. Those are 700 feet. It will cost you around 28,000. 3x2 will cost you 21,000. Those are 600 feet. Then nails, roofing nails, will need just 8 kgs. This for normal mabatis, by the way, normal roofs, normal mabatis, corrugated, or the plain sheets. Not plain sheets, sorry. Normal mabati, these ones, dumzas. Then ordinary nails will need 6-inch 2 kgs, 400 shillings. 5-inch 6 kgs, 1,200 shillings. 4-inch 7 kgs, 1,400 shillings. Aya, 3-inch 3 kgs, 600 shillings. Then iron sheets, you will also need iron sheets. That house is worth 58 mabatis, 58 pieces of mabatis, that is 3 meters. You will need ridges, 15 pieces. Yes, you will need, let's say, 15 pieces and 3 meters of plain sheet. Then roofing cost will be around 25,000. That's approximate price. So roofing of that house will take almost 152,000 total. Approximately 152,000. It can be plus or minus. So you need to expect that. The total will be from foundation to your roof. It will be 152,000 for roofing and 450,000 for from foundation to wall plate. So this one has costed you around 600,000. So with 600,000, let's give it some powers of 650. With 650,000, your house will be from foundation plus roofing. This house. Then from there, we will go to from there, let's go to finishing part. That's plaster now. And remember, plaster involves a lot of things, and you need to consider that when you are building. So for that house, For piping, let me make this clear. For piping and plumbing of that house, it will cost you 50,000, if I'm not wrong. That's based on approximation. That is labor plus buying material. It will cost you around 50,000. Then for windows and frames, because frames also need to be fitted, and then we have windows. They are also supposed to be installed. So their labor, I'm just trying to approximate. Fitting labor can take around 15,000. That is fitting your doors and fitting internal frames, because you need to fit them before plaster. Then you will need to plaster your house, and the cost of plastering will be around let's give it 50K. Yes, that's inside plus outside, around 50,000. This just approximate, please, because it's around there. You like it or not, you pay it on daily basis or not, the price will come to that, because it's not about paying fundi alone. We have other people like watu wa mkono and so it will come to around 50,000. So your plaster will be done, and that plaster will be taking around 250,000. So 250,000 you add on the 650 that we had, we are at 900,000. Then we also need to consider transport of all materials and everything going to that on that site may take 70,000. Then water will be also around 70,000. Then we have that cash that we always called miscellaneous. Please, for miscellaneous, just keep 200,000. Hiyo ni pesa yako, hakuna mtu atakunyang'anya. Hiyo ni ile inashughulikia zile vitu so hata nikiiweka kwa budget, usikasirike ama useme ati wewe umeipea mingi, kwa sababu ni pesa yako. Sisi hatutakuja kukunyang'anya. Na unajua miscellaneous inapata kazi, kama umekaa hivi umeona niko bali na nataka hizo kaenda niangalie ile nyumba, unatuma fare na unanilipa kukuja. Unaona, hiyo ndio kazi ya miscellaneous. So when building, you also need to have miscellaneous budget. That one will be okay. So approximately adding all this up to that point, that house will have taken 1.2 million. I know it's not a lot of money, but it's a lot also to some people. But up to that point, you need 1.2 M. If I happen to paint that house and then install tiles, because that house will take approximate tiles of 40 by 40, it will take let me not go to that step, because you know when it comes to tiling, you need to fit toilets, you need to fit sink, tiles, then paint. It will go to, if I'm not wrong, it can go up to 1.8 million. Please, that's out of approximation, but that is the price. If you want if you want to start buying material, you can use the ones I've stated, because I'm sure about them. Otherwise, let me say thank you so much. Mungu awabariki. Nimeshoot hii video jioni sana, so hata nikiwa mweusi, just understand, pateni habari. Otherwise, let me say, if you are not subscribed, kindly continue subscribing. I just say asante sana. Mungu awabariki.